Hello everybody, this is some guy again, hopefully sounding a lot clearer. And yeah, this will be the first match of the third round for the Tanoshii tournament. It'll be the captain of West, Russian, and Tsundora against Socculta and Uis. If I recall correctly, Socculta won the individual tournament last time. I wasn't around for that, so yeah, I don't know how that went. Should be a good match. Russian is a good player, and Tsundora, I teamed with him last round where I got eliminated in the very last 2v2 of the second round, and yeah, he's a good team player. Other two players, I don't know how Socculta and US will work together well. Like, I get the feeling East haven't been communicating as much, but I think in the games we had, they just, I don't know, it just didn't work out so well for them. So I don't know. Getting into the game, it should be starting in 2 or 3 minutes. Ideal seeding for the teams, especially West, Russian being, oh no, more so for East and West, Russian not having Tsundora to his left means that he won't be able to get guaranteed or easy entry into or better placement to the next round. Oh yeah, for those who are unaware, this round is consisting of 2 hanchans with the 2 best players on average at the end getting through to the finals. So both teams, you can't have any of the teammate boosting from round 2 anymore, since it'll prevent the second member from getting a good score. So we'll probably see a lot more attempts to get hits on the other team. And yeah, just waiting for the match to begin now. Oh yeah, going over some of the past results from round 2. East captain Space Akagi didn't make it through to the third round, so East captain is out. I think Socculta is now the highest ranked member of the East team, so I guess he's pseudo captain or vice captain now. So it's a big blow to East. But yeah, the teams are evenly matched play count wise. It's just West has their captain and East doesn't. So we won't get any exciting captain showdowns in the finals, unfortunately. Game should be beginning any second now. Alright, East has first dealer on US. Russian's got himself a pretty nice hand. Oh, starting with 3 pairs, might go Tanyao, maybe get a Pinfu. Maybe if he gets draws now, has he go Chitoitsu or Toitoi? Tsundora. Even better hand, definitely Pinfu, 2 Akadora. So 4 hand with reach. Might get a Tanya, make it 5 hand 1 gun. Also has a Dora which he just threw, which wasn't really going to be part of his hand unless he drew a pair of them. Socculta, possibly Peiko with the 1-2-3 man. Other than that, Pinfu probably. It has 4 pairs now, I might go Chitoitsu, maybe call into Toitoi, depending on what his partner has. And US has basically paired the Hatsu, and not very good shape for anything else. Would probably be Russian or Tsundora winning this round. Russian going Tanyao, opening his hand early. Draws a 3-pin, I think that puts him in Shanten. His partner could put him into Tenpai right now, but I'm not sure if he will since he's got a good hand himself. And yeah, that's Tsundora's Tenpai with a 3-6 pin weight. Ichi Pinfu, Toitoi, 2 Aka. So 8,000 points, 1 gun. And that's Sashin and Tenpai with weight on the 4 soul. Tsundora's weights, 3 of them are held by Russian, which is a big blow for East. Oh, for West, sorry, and there's a 6-pin in US's hand, so it's where his tail's gone there. So there's 4, and there's another 6-pin in Socculta's hand, so that's 3 tiles left for Tsundora, left in the wall. And for Darshan's hand, there's a 2 4 souls in Socculta's hand as well, which might flow out if he draws a 5 soul or something like that. The other team, so both Wests are in Tenpai. For East, there's not much going on. Socculta's no, they should probably give up their hands. Or we'll probably be thinking about it. But this was reach with weight on the 4 soul as well, which Russian just switched away from with his 5 soul drawing. So it puts him into 6 mana or 5 soul. And he switches, gets out of Tenpai, plays defensively with the 4 mana. So it's just a Tenpai battle with Tsundora and Riz, both in reach. I don't know if either team will deal in. I don't think they will. Because it's based on their average points at the end of 2 hanchans, I don't think either team will be looking to deal into their partners. It's possible East might deal into Lewis just to retain East, but I'm not sure that'll happen. And Tsundora draws his tile for Hanuman, I believe. Tsundora? No, just a Hanuman. Good stuff for West. Of course, Lewis has to pay extra for his dealer penalty. So West are off to a good start when clear early lead. Another thing to mention with the point leads is that towards the end of the game, the teammates can share their points to give each other a better average placement. Because with the points at the end, it's based mostly off your placement in the game. So getting first and second is more important than just total amount of points you have. Obviously, if you have more points, you're more likely to be in first and second, but it's not so much how much you win by, it's more your placement. So getting back to the hands, Russian possible Pinfu if he draws a 7 soul. Very important tile for him to draw, really. But I think he'll go Tanya with few calls. Problem with that 7 soul is that Lewis has 2 of them and has your Peiko shape on the 7, 8, 9 saw, already on the 8 saw, so it's unlikely to get that 7 saw from as a call. Socculta, very good shape for Tanya. Shanten, I believe. Could also go Pinfu, probably will. Probably the best hand so far. Yes, Socculta has the best hand right now. By a fair bit. A couple of tiles at least. Points wise as well. Probably gonna get the most points out of it unless Urus draws these 8 saw. West Captain is Russian, getting quite a few pairs here. He's got 3 pairs in the triplet of the 4-man, so might see cheat twits and maybe even Sananko sort of thing. Tsundora gradually developing his hand. Quite a few pairs himself. A lot of pairs around the table. Case the pairs brings him to 4 pairs himself. I'm not sure if that was a good call. Holding onto a 9 pin and discarding the 2 saw. I think I might have left it because it might be a better pin to shape, but I don't know. It could, depends on what he draws really. But I don't think I would have cut 2 saw, I would have gone getting rid of the 9 pin. He might have been holding on to it in case Russian drew an 8 pin, so he could deal in. And there's Socculta and Tenpai with a possible Itsu with a 1 4 pin weight. All the 1 pins are gone. It's unfortunate. So just Pinfu. Pinfu reach. Something I failed to mention is that Tsundora has a pair of the door. Of course. Looks like he's avoiding to deciding to bail in his hand. Probably a good call with how late the game is. After 5 dropped by Russian. Yeah, just bailing. Using the Socculta's partner's discards to find safe tiles, since he can't pass on those weights unless he wants to be in through 10 because of the reach. Cole puts Russian in the Tenpai with an 8-5 mana weight. He might get his partner Thielen if he wants to split their points together or put their points together. Drops the 4 of them and deals into Socculta. Just very reasonably cheap hand. Passes the dealer on though. It's not like anybody started any sort of reasonable, just good hands. Probably dealt garbage. Socculta with a pair of the Haku probably has the best hand right now. You might also have a Honitsu going. These hands are trash. They are, poor guys. Yeah, Socculta is slowly getting towards Honitsu. Yeah, that's Socculta's Honitsu with possible Haku. It's like the only thing going in this round right now, so if West can make a quick hand to stop it, that'd be good for them, but Socculta draws another 5-mana, giving him Tsundora, so he might go Haku Tsundora, which is the same point value as the Honitsu. But obviously he'll have potentially better shape and be able to call 5 mons on people. He might also get this to drop in the red 5-mon there. Upon that and going to template with a weight on the not a weight on the Haku, but Ishanten. That way he'll have Tsundora and Haku, so Mangan. Tsundora slowly making his way to Chitoitsu. And Russian drops the Haku for Socculta. He's in a 8-5 pin weight. Tsundora. And Uz has one of his 8 pins. Tsundora, slowly. I don't know how he's managed to make a Chitoitsu out of that hand, but he's gotten there. Ishanten Chitoitsu. I don't think he'll pursue it with much speed. Russian calling for Tanyao. Possibly sensing Socculta's hand. These magical Russian powers, I don't know. He's really good at the game. But yeah, Russian Tanyao with Tuaka. One of the red 5 pin he has is one of Socculta's winning tiles as well. Looks like this is just going to peter out into a draw with nobody willing to deal into their partners. Russians Tanyao 3-Dora, or Tuaka 1 normal Dora, and Socculta's Haku Tsundora. Probably the only hands that have a half chance of winning, but I don't think either of them are going to get completed. Oh, Socculta draws his winning tile, 8 pin. Yeah, 4,000 points. Russian starting hand, oh my god. Tanya might even have potential Sun Anchor. Maybe just, I think he'll go Tanya, maybe with a pawn of the 4-mon, maybe? I don't know. I don't think, no, he won't pawn the 4-mon with the 2-3-4 weight, but it's a good starting hand. Tsundora, good hand as well. Similar sort of situation. Not Tanya, but he'll get pin food probably. It's good shape for pin food. Socculta has very poor starting hand shape. I don't think he'll get into Tenpai unless he goes some very nice tiles. And Uis with, I don't know, not that great of a shape either. It looks like this is West's round to win. Russian's Tanyao. Still developing. Might even turn into pin food, but I don't think it will with that shape. And I don't think he'll hesitate to call any sort of tile he can get to complete this, since he's, yeah, he calls the pawn on the two pin there. So Tanyao Dora for Russian, 2,000 points. Yeah, it's just, I think Russian's Tanyao will be most likely to be the completed hand because Tsundora is probably the next closest hand to being complete, but he'll have to go Pinfu, so he'll have to stay closed. Oh, he draws a Forcel, which will help out. A lot. Yeah, Tenpai with Deech only. Peridora, sorry. Deech to Dora. 1-4. 1-1 Forcel, 4-pin weight. 3,000 points with possible Ura flips. But one of his weights on the Dora, which I don't think any of these team is going to throw out with the reach on the table. Best thing for him is that Thrashin's hand can develop without cutting his winning tiles. Thrashin's hand's actually Tenpai now, I think? 54. Yeah, Tenpai with a 3-man weight, I think. Which Uis might drop to work his way towards Tenpai. But I think he's playing defensively. With the Lishi stick on the table. And yeah, Socculta deals into Tsundora for Peridora. Will he flip any Ura? He does, making a Mangan. So West with a commanding lead in this first game. Going into the South round now, so it'll be interesting to see if West has a commanding lead. I'm sorry. It'll be interesting to see if East can bring it back, or at least improve their placement and put Russian into fourth, because Tsundora is pretty clearly first. It'll come down to East trying to secure a better position amongst themselves and Russian. If they can force Russian to last, it'll sort of counteract Tsundora's first, in the way, like, in such that it'll be hard for West to get two team members through with one coming first and one coming last in the first round. First time challenge. Socculta with Pawn of the Hatsu. Russian with the double south, because it's a south round now. It'll probably be a race between Yakai between the two. Russian with a Red Aka 5. Red Aka? But yeah, I think, yeah, Russian drawing a 2-pin there, making his hand much better shape. Shantan now, but if you could draw one of these pairs, it would be much better. If you could draw like a 5-man or a 3-cell here, it would be much better shape. And yeah, he draws a 3-cell right there. So Tenpai for a 1-4 pin. 1 pin in Tsundora and 2 of the other 1 pins in the middle, already discarded. So Tsundora might deal into Russian later on this round, just to share the points between them, to avoid Russian getting last, since he has such a dramatic lead, but yeah, he does now. Oh, Russian passes on it. Huh? I guess he doesn't want to. They'll save it for later if they're going to do that, but I would have thought with Tsundora's lead he would have shared his points with his teammate to get them both better placements since he's so far ahead. Maybe they just want to get Dealer back before they do that. Yeah, Tsundora might get rid of his dealership or when Dealer comes around to him, by dealing into Russian. But back to the round at hand. The Russian Tenpai with 1-4 pin. Wait, 3 Han, so 3,000 points. And this hits Tenpai with just reach only with Dora. Right on the West. The Russian pawns to get rid of the possible putts from his teammate, or just like to remove it from the options while retaining his Tenpai. So good move. Draws the 8 pin, which will make his hand have better shape with a weight on the 5-8 pin, but he might be hesitant to drop the 3 pin. But he drops it anyway. And then Tsundora deals in. So good decision by West there to get rid of the potential of East winning a big hand there on dealer. And it splits their points together as well, so good decision. Russian starts with the close Khan. And it has like pretty good shape, but it would probably be reach only. There's an extra door on the table. That's probably to East's advantage more so than West, since they have to catch up. But then again, it can also help West to just capitalize and prevent them from winning at all. So right now, Russian is like 8,000 points away from last and in second place, so this is like an ideal situation for West. If Russian can win a few hands off East players, I don't think he'll get Tsundora to deal in, because then they'd get extra dealer rounds, and they don't want any of that right now. But after the disaster that a few games back in round 2, Tsundora's hand, pretty good. I think it's Ishan turn right now. Pretty good shape as well for it. He might just try to win the hand, so Russian gets off dealer. Socculta, he's got an alright shape, I guess, but like it's nowhere near this developed as Russian or Tsundora right now. And Russian hits Tenpai with Reach, Dora, Reach, Dora, possible Ura, since there's 2 Dora indicators right now. So he'll be trying to get a hit off of these. I don't think the teammates will deal into each other anymore, unless they think one of these has like a massive hand. But judging by the discards, doesn't look like they do. East are in a very poor position right now with that Lychee stick on the table, since they don't really have much option to make quick hands off of it, besides Lewis's pair of Haku. This hand's very developed now. If he gets the Haku and pawns it, there's only one left in the wall, but he's his shard hand right now. That's East's really only option to stop West here. Stop West from winning a hand, or at least removing the pressure. If Tsundora hits Tenpai, he'll probably Dharma. I don't see why. I don't think he put a stick out on the table as well. Because if he drops Russian's winning tile, he'll put Russian off through 10, and they don't want that. And of course Russian doesn't want to win off Tsundora either, since they're in like ideal position right now. This gets put in the Tenpai by his partner now with a 6-man call. But he chooses not to hold on to the Haku pair. Maybe a misclick. That doesn't... What is he doing? Going Tanya now. It's a long way on the Haku. Maybe it was only a Shanten before, and I misread his hand because the tile got discarded out of it. Yeah, that doesn't really make much sense to me. I think he should have just played defensively. Or waited 3 Haku pair, not go Tanya. But it might work out for him with that draw of the Jigsaw. And Russian drops the Haku there, so he's probably regretting his decision a little bit there. Oh, double run. What? Wow, West with the double play, Jesus. Russian getting Hanuman, Dealer Mangan, sorry. And Tsundora, oh my god. 4,000 points as well. They've almost busted Lewis. He's got 100 points. West are all over this match. Jesus. That's unfortunate. Why did he even cut the six? I don't think he should have. I don't know what he drew though. I'll have to check. I'll have to look after the game for that. And I guess you will as well, because I'm not going to stream that. But I don't know why he cut that. Might have drawn a 2-pin. I think he had left over. It's possible, but wow! Oh my god. West has got like such a good lead in this match. They're going to get first and second. There's no way East is going to catch up to them with like this many rounds left. What I think will happen is Tsundora will make like a cheap Tanyao. Oh, he's already got like an Ipeiko right now. So he doesn't even need to reach, he's got his Yaku. But it is 3 Dora Ipeiko, so I don't think Russian will deal into it, but wow. West are all over this match. Let's Russian in Tenpai with Tanyao. We'll wait on the Forsaw. What is this flow? Jesus. Why couldn't I have gotten this as West? Yeah, Tsundora with Ipeiko 2 Dora, or 3 Dora, sorry. He's just got to get the other tiles, really. Unfortunately, he can't call unless he wants to break his Ipeiko, so I doubt he will. He might start opening up for Tanyao, but his other tiles don't suggest that. I'm not sure if Russian winning with a 4,000 point hand on anybody else, but this would be a good idea right now, since West is so far ahead, they don't really want extra dealer rounds. They don't really want the chance of East getting a monster hand, so they want to reduce another amount of round counts, of course. Oh, and Russians got a single weight on the 6-mon now. And his shape's gotten better there with the drawing of the 5-saw. So he can now, yeah, he'll pawn his 6-saw and now have a 4-7 saw weight. Oh wow, Tsundora gets Tenpai. And what is his winning tile? I didn't even notice, I was too busy on Russian. Yeah, it gets Mangan. Fortunately his teammate has to pay for it, but that busts Uis, of course, and that's West. West winning the first round, or the first hanchan of this round. By quite a lot, really. Like, you get ideal placement with Tsundora and Russian getting first and second. So they'll get, Tsundora will have plus 62 points, and Russian will have plus 12 points going into this next round. So it looks like West might actually get 2 players in from this side of the third round. Very well done by both team, Tsundora and Russian. I didn't see much evidence of East teamwork together, but I'm not sure if they just had I think their hands just didn't support each other like very well, and there's not much they could have done about that. But yeah, like wow, West's double run on Uis, that was devastating to East. They could once that happened, it was basically game over for them. Of course, they do have the second hanchan to maybe bring it back, but this is quite a disadvantage going to the second hanchan. I'm not sure if they'll play the next game immediately afterwards. I'll have to check, but I'm going to cut the stream. I'll probably be back if they do the next game. It looks like the next game started while the last one is finishing, so I've missed like the first few discards. Russian with Chanta or Juntan or something. I forget which one it is. I always get them mixed up because I never see them. The seating is still... The seating is ideal for the Russian. They can get a clean sweep of West victories here, with Tsundora boosting Russian in the first. It basically has to finish first in this round to have even a chance of making it to the next round. Socculta relying on his probably Hatsu call. With one of them left in the wall, obviously one of them is the door indicator. It is with Pinfu shape, but hasn't got a pair yet, so he might have a good weight, but it'd be reach only if he cold reach, but he has to wait for the pair. That brings him in the tank play.
Reach!
Yeah, well, he'll have it like a two-sided wait, but it won't count for Pinfu since unless he draws it, I think. No, I don't think it counts for Pinfu then. No, it doesn't. So with a late reach call by yours, might be trying to catch Russian with such an open hand. Tsundora taking his time deciding what he'll discard here, since he doesn't have any save tiles for Uris. He'll probably drop Hatsu. Drop 6 or might be going for Suji on the 9 soul it was dropped, but I would probably have dropped Hatsu. Russian getting Haite. Oh no, it would be Holte, my bad. Wow. This West is getting everything here. Jesus Christ. Russia takes the early lead in this match. And moves, he gets rid of that dealership from East. If Russia can win this match, even if Tsundora gets third, they'll probably get a good average since they won by so much in the first round and probably get 2 players through to the finals just from this round. So East needs to make something happen in this hanchan, or they'll have like a potential 3v1 in the finals just based on probability, I guess, of what's going to happen in the next round. In the other side of this round's bracket, sorry. They need to make something happen, like, really badly. Socculta cons out to get extra door, I guess, to try and make a bigger comeback. Because East, while the scores are level in this hanchan, the last hanchan was like such a blowout for West. Like, getting busted was the absolute worst thing that could have happened to East, and oh my god. They've got to make, like, they've got to try to bust one of the West players.
Reach!
This was like an early Richie with what looks like Pinfu with a 3-6 pin weight. Yeah, actually Pinfu Tanya Jich Tudora. Russian calls probably get rid of the putts chance. I don't think you have to worry too much about Socculta dealing into Uso, because like even if Us comes first, he'll still have to make up for being busted last round, so I think it would be a poor play for East to deal in. Like, they have to rely on hitting West right now. And Socculta with a Honitsu Chun. No door apparently. Waiting on 9 man. Pity you couldn't turn that into a Nitsu, but can't have everything. But both East players with a hand here. If Urs hits a couple of Uridora, he might get Honeyman. Russian with that call probably can't make a hand. No, I don't think he can make a hand unless he makes gets the same Yaku he did last game with a Haite draw. But it's probably up to Tsundora here to stop East from winning these hands. Socculta draws better shape, so he has a 5-8 man wait. One of which his teammate has, but he's in Reach, so he can't deal in, even if he wanted to. And Socculta draws, so Honitsu Chun with an open card, so it's a few there for 5,000 points. So while East take the lead here, they've still got to get a lot more points from what they have. Socculta might be able to get the second position though, so Socculta being in the lead is very good for East right now. Tsundora with like very likely a Toy hand with Chun. Might just go Chun only just to move the dealer around. Yeah, he's in Tanpai for 5 star right now. West don't want this game to drag on. They don't want extra rounds for possible big hands. Oh my god, he's going Honitsu Chun, Toy. So that's a Mangan right there. If East call any Khans like they have before, they might have a very big egg on their face, to say the least. Russian with just going Tanyao. Probably a good idea. He doesn't want to stop Tsundora's hand really. He might? No, I don't think they'll deal in. But they're probably communicating a bit now. Yeah, he doesn't want to deal in. He might be making it look like it's a safe tile for East with the passing of it. Oh, socculta draws it now. This might be disaster for East. Will he cut it? He does! Oh, that's unfortunate for East. If that was an intentional dropping of the West tile there by Russian to set that up, I would be very impressed. But it probably wasn't. He probably just wanted to develop his hand. And yeah, East. Oh my, East are in so much trouble right now. They have to make something happen. Socculta's got to do something with this dealer, or he'll have to have a comeback at the end of the in the South round. He might just he's going for an extra round with his Chun and possible East for Tuhan. He might go Toy if he draws another pair.
Ditch.
That's Russian's Tenpai, just like right there with Nietzsche only. Probably a good decision. That will put a lot of pressure on East. It's waiting on 1-4 pin. One of which Tsundora has. He might cut that now, since it's such a cheap hand. I think they will. With those calls, I think Tsundora will drop the 4 pin right now. So Russian will stop Socculta from winning dealer. Oh, he drops the 1-man anyway. Socculta's dealer. He needed to make that happen. That's very unfortunate. Good teamwork by West there to stop Socculta's hand at possible extra rounds. Socculta's only got the final dealer to make a comeback now. Of course, it was making a comeback wouldn't be that bad for East, but like because he got busted out, he'll have to make up so many points to have a chance, and he'll probably just deal into Socculta if he gets extra points. Russian looking like he's going up in Sanshoku with the 789. And there he gets the Tenpai on with weight on the 7-man, which Uis has two of. He might be able to hold on to both of them, but I think if he draws a 3-man here, he'll probably drop the 7-man for better weight, but he'll deal into Russian because of it. He needs to hope not to draw that tile, or I think it'll be his destruction. That brings in the Tenpai with weight on the 5-man. So it looks like he's avoided that. That'll be a Yakuhai only hand. Meanwhile, Russian with Sanshoku Dora, 7-man weight. If he wins that off an East player, it'll probably be game over for East unless they can make a dramatic comeback. They'd have to hit one of the West players for quite a bit. Socculta's 8,000 points behind right now. He drops a 7-man, that's... oh no. That is the worst player. I could have dropped it for East. East is in hell right now. They need some magic sand. They need to find some sand and make a sandcastle. Because, oh my god, they're getting beat up here. Looks like West is going to have their captain into the finals as well, along with 2 players guaranteed with the rate of this match. Both of these hands are not very good. They have poor shape, and they're not very high scoring. They've got to... I don't know how they're going to do it, but they have to. They've got to make it happen. But yeah, both of West's hands can be made in quick hands. There's a Hatsu for Russian, yeah. Yeah, and Tsundora can drop his Forcer to put Russian to Tenpai with a... yeah, as he does. That's Tenpai for Russian. It's good teamwork by these 2 West players. I played with both of them and they were very supportive. And yeah, Uis drops a 1 soul. Oh my god. East is basically dead right now. Socculta has to make something happen with this final dealer. Russian has good shape for an open sun shotgun again. And Tsundora, oh my, his shape is really good as well.
Ditch.
Oh my god. West, please calm down. Just a little bit. That'll be Leech only, I believe. Oh, with that Khan, maybe he'll get the 9-pin. Oh, Jichi pin for possible door. And that Tsundora just dealt one of the door and the new door and the winning tile for the Russian. I don't think he'll be winning off teammates. They don't want extra rounds, they want to win off East. I'm not even sure if he'll take the win here, because they're so far ahead. He doesn't need the points. This is probably just put pressure onto... to put a pressure onto East. East Sand, Socculta possible Itsu, but I don't think that hand has the potential to become a monster hand. Unless he gets a couple of Ura. He's a long way away from that though. Chooses not to open to possibly get Itsu, so that's probably a good decision. He's probably threatened by the Russian's Richi stick, and it's probably going to bail. Lewis here has 3 Dora in his hand, but yeah, just 3 Dora. He doesn't have the best shape though, and it would be Pinfu possibly reach. I'm not sure if he wants to dedicate himself. He'd have to be thinking about being busted last round, and obviously he needs to make a lot of points up. And if he wins, there's the potential of Russian getting like an extra round here is gone. Like they need extra rounds to make up this difference. Russian draws a Dora, and he's winning. Like, oh my. West has all the flow right now. Gets a deal of Mangan. Oh boy. I can't say I'm disappointed with this outcome because I was a West player, but it's a bit sad seeing how badly East are getting destroyed. They're gonna have to be thinking Yakumans with this difference. Tsundora will probably try to make a cheap hand for Russian to deal into. They just want to get through these rounds as quickly as possible. Unfortunately for him, Tsundora doesn't look like he has a quick hand. He can't go open Tanya, at the very least. Meanwhile, Russian has really good shape for hand. Almost tempo. I don't think he wants to win this hand though. They don't want extra rounds. All they'd be doing is making their lead bigger. Yeah, East are at least 16,000 points away from Tsundora. And double that for Russian, so they need to get a direct hit on Russian with a big hand. Russian looks like he's going open Sun Chakra with Tsundora. Yeah, definitely. Teammates stealing in. Unfortunately for him, Uvis has 3 of the 1 man.
Boom.
So he's in Tempai for open Sun Chakra with a weight on the 1 man. With the 4 man putting him into Fury 10, temporary Fury 10. Draws the red 5 saw. Fortunately, Socculta can't call it with the shape he has. That would have been... Just... East aren't getting like any Dora really. They have 1 red 5 in Uwis's hand and like... West has a pair of the Dora right now. And another one in Russian's calls and a red 5 in his call as well. It's just... Oh. West have been blessed by somebody. Lewis's hand is a mess. If he went Kokoshi at the start, he'd be maybe in a good place, but without counting at the south at the start, he would be regretting that a lot. They basically need a Yakuman to turn this around, or a dealer comeback. So that's Socculta hitting Ishan 10, but he's not going to be drawing the 2 pin probably because 3 of them are in use, and there's Russians. But Tsundora in Tenpai now. We'll wait on the former with Tanya, so Russian and Tsundora both have the same weights, but oh no, they're choosing. That's West can deal in to Russian who dropped the 3-man and deal into Tsundora, which I think he will, and he won't get double round. Even if he got double round, it wouldn't be such a bad deal. Well, maybe they'll just wait for the round to peter out. It's probably the safer option. Socculta's in the weight for 2-5 man. Dushan would probably drop 3 man here. Oh no! Oh no! That's exactly what East needed. Unfortunately, it's not like a monster hand, but it's a start. It could be the start of a comeback. Socculta's final deal is South 4. He's got to make something happen. And his opening hand is not the sort of opening hand you'd want to be seeing for a comeback. East has got to make this happen. I want to see it. Unfortunately for East, Tsundora has a hand he can make into Tanya pretty easily. At least he doesn't have Russian to deal into, to pass him tiles. That's like the only thing. East has going for them right now.
Boom.
Russian starting with calling. Yeah, Uis is basically resigned to being eliminated after this match. So it's really a matter if socculta can overcome one of the West players' point totals. He needs to be first, I think, for that to happen. If Russian gets first, it definitely won't happen. Like he can't overtake a first place and a second place, which both West players will have. Socculta's just not getting anything here. He might have Chitoitsu. He's got 4 pairs right now. Urs is basically tossing tiles around at this point. He can't help his partner out at all. If he deals into West play, it's all over. Russian. He's got Tanya going as well. He just needs... Can his teammate help him out at all? Not yet. He could drop the 4-man, but I don't think he will since it's pretty vital to Tsundora's hands as well. Oh, what's... Oh! Socculta could go... Suanko. No way. He's a Shanten. For Suanko. I would not have seen this. Wow. No. He might just go call and go Toy Toy because he's healer. But can he even make? Oh, that's Russian in Tenpai. And Tsundora has his winning tile, so this is all over for West. Oh, for East, sorry. Yep, that's it. Ah, I wanted to see that Suanko. But just from quick observation, I think West have gotten 2 players into the finals. I think both East players are negative. Yeah, from memory, both West players got first and second, so there's no chance of them not making it to the finals. East, oh, poor East. They just got nothing, and West had all the flow. Ah, oh, poor Socculta. He wanted that Suanko, but the captain of West just destroyed it with his open Tanya. So going into the finals, West have at least 2 players. Maybe a third, depending on the other side of the bracket, which will be streamed in, I think, 20 hours from now, just remembering. I don't know. Have a look yourself. Anyway, I'm going to cut stream. Thanks for watching.